Hey everybody, it's Sean Henricksen here at the Sean Henricksen Law Firm. Here we help people avoid the long-term consequences of DWI and assault cases. Today is probably going to be one of my more important videos, and that is how I avoid getting arrested for DWI myself. Just like most of y'all, there are times where I drink alcohol where I'm somewhere else and I may need to drive home after that. And so I have figured out that the most important thing for me to do is for me to have a plan. If I'm going to like a networking event, in most cases my plan is just to limit myself to not getting intoxicated. So I'll have 2, maybe 3 drinks depending on how long the event is, so that I know that when I am finished with that, I'm not going to be intoxicated, I'm safe to drive home, not breaking any laws, and I'll try and stick with that. In other circumstances, maybe I'm going to drink a little bit more. And if that's the case, if I know that beforehand, if I've made that decision beforehand, then I'm going to make the decision before I even start drinking to arrange for me to have a ride home. So that means that I'm not going to make the decision at the end of the night. I'm going to make the decision right now that I'm going to Uber home when I'm ready to go home. Not everything goes as planned all the time. Sometimes I'm having a good time, I stay a little bit longer, I have a few more drinks, and I've got a plan for that also. At the end of the night, when I get in my car, I've got a little breathalyzer that I keep in my car. So before I even turn my car on, I use this to check and see what my blood alcohol level is at. This isn't perfect, it's just an estimate, but it gives me an idea of about where I'm going to be. And even if it says that I'm below 0.08 or whatever it happens to say, like I said, it's always an estimate, and your blood alcohol level is always going up or down. So once you start drinking alcohol, either your body is ingesting that alcohol and your blood alcohol level is going up, or it's processing that alcohol, taking it out of your bloodstream, and your blood alcohol level is going down. So even if you're safe at the time that you take the breathalyzer before you start driving, you've got to be aware of that your blood alcohol level may be changing. And if something did happen, if you got pulled over, if you did get arrested, it's likely to be different when you actually do a breathalyzer downtown. Whether it's higher or lower, it's going to be a different number. So if I am at a level where I think I'm safe to drive, then I just drive home and I'm confident that I'm driving legally because I've already tested myself. On the other hand, if it shows that I'm over, then I'm going to not drive home. At that point, I'm going to call an Uber or make some other arrangements to get home without driving while intoxicated. The last part of my plan is what happens if I get pulled over. Just because I know that I'm not intoxicated, I've already checked myself, I know how much I've had to drink, I know what I feel like. If I get pulled over for speeding or brake lights out or whatever the reason, if an officer pulls me over, it's late at night, I've got alcohol in my breath, he's jumping straight to the field sobriety tests. So I need to plan in advance what I'm going to do if an officer pulls me over. So first off, if I'm going to know, I always know where my driver's license and my insurance are, because I need to get both of those things to the officer, and if I'm having to dig around look for those, that can be a clue of intoxication, so I don't want it to look like I'm having trouble finding those things. Second, I know that as soon as an officer starts asking me anything related to alcohol, how much have I had to drink, where am I coming from, different things like that, then I'm going to put the brakes on the whole conversation. I'm going to let that officer know that I am requesting to speak with an attorney, and I'm also going to let him know that I am remaining silent, and from then on, I am not saying a word. I know that even if this cop thinks that I am intoxicated, I'm not going to let him go down that path to try and gather evidence on me on the off chance, or even the good chance, that I don't do as well in the field sobriety test because my balance is off, because I've got hip issues, or whatever other reasons there are. I've seen too many people get arrested and then have the blood or breath test results show they don't have any alcohol or any drugs in their system. I don't want to go through that. I don't want to get arrested. I don't want to have to bond out of jail. So I'm not going to give the officer the opportunity to make that decision. So he's going to have to base it on as little information as he can, which means that I've got a better chance of going home. Remember, if that officer tells you that he just wants to make sure you're okay to drive, you don't have to let him do that. He's got to prove that you're guilty. You don't have to prove that you're innocent. And second, he is not on your side. He is trying to get people that he thinks is drunk off the road. Turns out later that they're sober, great. But he doesn't want to take that chance a lot of times. If you have any questions about any of this, or if you get charged with DWI, feel free to give me a call or set up a consultation at the link down in the notes, and I can help you out with this. Have a great day, everybody.